On deck, we have Morgan Colis, but right now, give it up for Thomas Friday as Morgan Colis. No, you come up here.
Sorry, I'm blonde. Hi. I'm 26 and I'm starting to feel old. And logically, I know I'm not old, but I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't date someone who doesn't have bed sheets anymore. I have a boyfriend now. He's Native American, and when I told my dad that, he asked, how much does his tribe pay him? And I was like, Dad, that's so racist. He makes enough to pay for his drinking problem. Which is me. I drink and then cause him problems. When we started dating, he was very quiet and cool, or very quiet, and I thought he was cool and mysterious, but then it turns out he's just autistic. Yeah. I thought I was getting Jacob from Twilight. Turns out I just got a guy that knows a lot of facts about werewolves. And growing up, I always had a celebrity crush on Leonardo DiCaprio, but I had a better chance of dating him 10 years ago. Now I'd be called his age-appropriate girlfriend. Yeah, but I always had a crush on him, and now that I'm dating my boyfriend who's 10 years older than me, it's kind of like I'm dating Leonardo DiCaprio. Only instead of Romeo from Romeo and Juliet, I'm dating Gilbert Grape. Recently, a friend told me that I have resting bitch voice, which sucks because I'm actually quite nice. Action. Okay. Like I recently told a friend happy birthday, and she said I didn't have to be rude about that. And I was like, if I was trying to be rude, I would have told you happy 40th anniversary birthday. I wanted a dog, but my boyfriend, he never wanted a dog. And we kind of went along with his rules because it's his house, but then I realized he is Native American, so technically it is my house. So we have a dog now. We were playing this drinking game once, and it was with friends, and one of the questions on this card was, have you ever masturbated in front of your pets? And he said no, he's never done that, which is really awkward because I have done that. And I haven't even known them as long. And then I thought he was getting jealous, and I was like, don't worry, we use the peanut butter with you. He's really awkward in bed. Like one time he tried to spank me and then he missed. And I was like, I don't know if you've ever heard the air slap the air, or someone slap the air, but I've never felt like my ass was flatter. I am bisexual. And when I said that to my ex-boyfriend, he thought that meant I wanted to sleep with other guys. And then when I told him, well, let's have a bisexual, or let's have a three-way. Yeah.
He said that.
Huh?
He said the threesome part. You messed it up.
Then when he offered to have a three-way, I was like, no. But then when I offered to do it with another guy, he was like, that's not fair. And I was like, it is fair. You'd be watching from the corner. My dad is conservative, so I can't tell him that our cat is gay. And you're probably wondering, how do I know that our cat is gay? Well, we recently found his Grindr profile, and it said his profile name was Bussy Cat. Speaking of animals that are gay, I think that Smokey the Bear is gay because he never points out forest fire or never puts out forest fires. He just points them out like, girl, that's fire. My grandma wants to live long enough to see my kids, and I told her soon, because then she'll die soon and get to meet my abortions.
That was dark. I wish I was more confident so I could be a better slut. And I'm so awkward in bed. Really awkward. I was trying to be sexy and dirty talk my boyfriend and call him daddy, but I messed up and I said, "Your dad feels good." And now I'm too embarrassed to sleep with either of them. And that's all, thanks.
Easy there, Morgan. Well, your next comic is kind of in costume. I wish that Tommy was brave enough to dress in costume, but he didn't get the memo. Give it up for Morgan Colis as Thomas Friday.
Hi, everyone. I'm Thomas Friday. Happy Pride Month. I've been trying to watch what I say, so recently I was eating dinner, and this fruit fly was swarming around me, and I hit it. But then I caught myself, and I said, "Get out of here, you fly." I was shopping for men's underwear, finally. I hate shopping for men's underwear because it's like all these ripped dudes on the packages, and I hate shopping with a boner. The one thing I don't like about stand-up comedy is the public speaking. Like, I had to get a teacher who taught public speaking, and she said I should talk to the crowd like I'm talking to one of my buddies, which is really good advice for someone that has buddies. So then I thought I'd envision everyone in their underwear, but then I just got another boner. I am socially awkward, but my friend said to me, "I don't know, man, I think you might have autism." But I don't think I do. I've memorized every version of autism there is, and I don't think I have it. He said to use it to my advantage if I want to leave after a one-night stand, but how's that supposed to work? Well, gotta go. Thanks for the fun. I have autism. But I don't like one-night stands because that's an odds number. That's why I've never had one. I even went to a support group for people with social anxiety, and those meetings were really awkward. Like, we didn't even use a talking stick. We just took turns texting each other, which was hard for me because none of the girls wanted to give me their number. I have a fetish for awkward silences, which is good for me because when I have sex with my girlfriend, she's always silent. My girlfriend is 10 years younger than me, but don't worry, I just look young. I'm 26. I'm kidding, I'm 36, which makes her being 16 even weirder. My girlfriend and I are definitely different generations, though. Like, I've had the same job for 10 years, and she's thinking of leaving hers because the vibe is off. And if you're too old to know what a vibe is, it's like when the atmosphere is off or the energy's off. And if you're still too old for that, it's like when a certain family moves into the neighborhood, and you're like, well, there goes the neighborhood. I'm really close with my parents, and every Sunday I like to go to their house and watch movies. But my dad is really inclusive, so anytime we're watching a movie, it does not matter what the movie is. He's always like, where's all the black people in this movie? How come they don't hire black actors? And I have to be like, Dad, I don't know what you're talking about. We're watching A Bug's Life. But he kind of has a point because they made the ants in that movie blue. I'm 75% Native and 25% white. And anytime anyone hears that I'm Native, they have to come up to me and be like, oh, I'm part Cherokee. And I didn't know you were supposed to do that. So anytime I find out someone's white, I like to go up to them and say, you know, I'm actually part white myself. Yeah, my great-great-grandmother was a white princess. I'm a bad Native, though. Like, I had to... Those people just walk right. No context. I'm not Native. I'm sorry. Does that make it... Just this white girl talking about being Native. Anyway. I am a bad Native, though. Like, recently I had to get a white friend to help me build a fire. You know how embarrassing that is? And when he was done, I was like, man, this is such a good fire. Why did you make it a cross, though? It's not my job.
Sure, you've been sprinkling your jokes in there.
In my tribe, we have clans. So I'm Raven Clan. I can only marry someone from the Eagle Clan. But I don't have to worry about that because my girlfriend's white. She's not Raven Clan or Eagle Clan. She's part of the Ku Klux Klan. I actually met her through that friend that helped me build the fire. Okay, thank you.